Valentine's Day. Hey bookaholics, welcome to another video. So it is almost Valentine's Day and it's a holiday that you either like it or you don't. When I was looking for a video to go with Valentine's Day, I wasn't all that intrigued with some of the ones that are up, so I decided to make my own called the Anti Valentines Day book tag, because why not? There's like the Valentine's Day book tag and there's like love book tags, and you know what? I don't feel like doing that because Valentine's Day kind of sucks. And here's just a video that booktubers can do if they really don't want to do a Valentine's Day kind of video. So here's the anti-Valentine's Day where you can just hate on romance and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what this tag is. And I actually tried to do a makeup kind of theme for this, but I'm not the greatest makeup artist, so it probably looks totally awful, but you know, we're just gonna go with it. But let's just get right into the questions. The first question is hating on all romantic stuff. So pick a no romance or a light romance book. I actually picked two of these. So the first one is Renegades by Marissa Mayer. Now there is light romance in here, but it's not like thrown in your face. It's kind of just in the background a bit, so it's not really there. So it's more like action-y and more like fun and just really enjoyable, where there's not a whole lot of romance in it. So this one would be a great one if you're not looking for any romance. There's a lot of action and there's just a lot of character building and also world building. It's a great one where you can go if you don't want too much romance in it. Next one is the Harry Potter series, because like in the last two books there's a little bit, but it's still kind of in the background. But throughout most of the series there's no romance at all. It's all about friendship and all about getting the bad guy and being good, and it's just a perfect one to read that just has no romance and it's just all about the friendships. I just love this series so much. It is perfect for anyone who's not looking for a romantic one. The second question, throwing your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend memorabilia into the bonfire. So which books would you throw in the fire? So this question I'm going based on the ones that I actually still have on my shelf that I can actually throw in the fire, because I do have some books that I gave away that I definitely would throw in the fire, but I don't have them anymore, so I can't really do that. But I do have these books, so I'm just gonna go with them. So the first one I would throw in the fire if I absolutely had to, and if I was like disgusted by the book, like I would be if I had my ex-boyfriend stuff and it was just like taunting me and sitting there, yeah, I would throw in the fire. So if this book was taunting me and just disgusting me, yeah, I would throw it in the fire. That one is Everything by Nicole Yoon. Again, I did not really care for this one. It has insta love, so who needs that on Valentine's Day? On Valentine's Day, you don't need insta love. You just need to be on your couch and eating chocolate and not doing anything. I would definitely throw this one in the fire if I was completely disgusted with it and I had to get it out of my face and out of my way and just throw in the fire because it was annoying me, and I would definitely do that. Next one would be Stranger Than Fanfiction by Chris Colfer. This one, again, I have no real feelings for it. I really don't care about it. There's actually not much romance in this one, but it's just written bad and it was predictable and it was just not enjoyable, and I just didn't care for it, and I didn't care for the characters, and I didn't care for anything. So yeah, if I was like completely disgusted, I was mad and I was wanting to get rid of stuff and I was just like, yeah, this one's going. Next one would be You're Welcome Universe by Whitney Gardner. This one, again, did not care for it. It was more like friendship based, but the friendship wasn't that great, and like the main character, I just did not care for her, and she made some choices that I did not agree with, and I don't know why she did that, and I just, yeah, if I was pissed off and I wanted to put some stuff in the fire, yeah, throw in the fire. Number 3, bashing all the rom-com movies. So trashy books you just love to hate. So the first one, I used to love this one. I used to love it, and it's like it has a place in my heart that I would never get rid of these books. But I absolutely love to hate the series and the movies that came with it. So that one is Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. All the Twilight series, especially Breaking Dawn. Like Breaking Dawn is very trashy, but I just love to hate this. I just love to hate this series, and it's so fun. And even though this is the series that got me into reading, and I will always appreciate in that way, it's just, I love to hate you. I love to hate you so hard. Next one I love to hate is the 50 Shades of Grey series by E.L. James, because that one is the definition of garbage. Not just trashy. Trashy is like, it's a fun read, but 50 Shades of Grey, pretty much garbage. But you know what? I love to hate it. So yeah. 4. Single and loving it. So book or series you broke up with. So these ones, I pretty much broke up with most of my vampire genre. I keep my Vampire Academy and my Bloodlines because those ones are just top notch. And I keep my Twilight because obviously I explained that already. But there are 2 that I just broke up with. I didn't even finish the series. I was sick of it. I was done with it. And those 2 were House of Night series and the Morganville Vampire series. I'm done with you. 5. I am my own Valentine. So, favorite independent woman character. So, the first one would be Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles, because she is just so badass. She is a cyborg who went through so much crap and ended up being able to run away, build all this stuff, get away from all this, and she's just a freaking badass, and she pretty much did it with no man. She's able to take care of herself, and she's damn independent. So yeah, she's pretty badass, and she can be her own Valentine. Next one would be Star Carter from The Hate U Give, because she is also just a freaking amazing woman who can be independent. She figures out her own voice in this and is able to not essentially like bring a big change, but she is able to help that change and was the spark. She was amazing in this book, and she is just a badass as well, and she can be her own Valentine. Next ones is Melanie and Wanda from The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Now these women were just phenomenal. Melanie was just a badass for being so smart, being able to run away from the snatchers. I can't remember what the people's names are. And being able to protect her family, protect her brother, and being able to stay within her body even though Wanda took over. And Wanda is a badass herself for pretty much believing that Melanie was actually good and went for it and was able to get into the human caves and make a name for herself. So, you know what? They're both freaking badasses, and honestly, they don't need no man. Next one is Vivian Carter from Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. Now, she is also a freaking badass. She had a boyfriend, she was able to stand up to him and being able to just know what she wanted to do, and she created this whole little movement in her school, and she's just amazing, and she can be her own Valentine as well. She don't need no guy. Number 6 is romantic love is not the only kind of love. So your favorite book friendships. I already talked about this one, but I just can't not talk about this one for this question, and that is Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Yes, I know Ron and Hermione end up getting together and being romantic, but throughout most of the book, throughout most of the series, they're just all best friends. They are the golden trio, and they are just amazing. They are the best friends, and I just can't not talk about them in this question because they are the friends that are just the best. So yeah. Next one I want to talk about is Cat and Meg from Cat and Meg Conquer the World. No, they are just the adorable friends. Like, they are just the best friends. I love them. Like, throughout the whole year that they are starting to build a friendship, it's just so adorable, and I just love how they help each other throughout this whole book, and it's just so good and so actually realistic too, because it's not like instantly they're like the best friends, but they are just like start getting close, and they start getting closer, and then start getting closer, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect, and they are just gonna be the best of friends for the rest of their life. Now, these ones I think we're gonna talk about together because they are in the same type of world. So yeah, but that is Jason Alec and Will and Jem. They are just the best Bear Bataille. Like, they're just amazing, and I love Bear Bataille, but I especially love Jem and Will, and I do really like Jason Alec, but like Jem and Will, they're the ultimate friends, like the ultimate. the ultimate friends, and it's just I love these two friendships so much, and I just had to talk about these ones because they are just the best of friends. They just love each other. Number 7 is eat all the chocolate and ice cream and candy and pizza. So best feel-good reads. First one is Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, because that one just couldn't not be in this list, because like it just makes me feel so good, and it just makes me feel like when you're eating chocolate and you just feel so much better. That's what this book does to me. Next one would be Autobiography by Christina Lauren. Now this one is also adorable. There's a few LGBTQ books in here, so they just make me feel so and I just love it, and it just makes me feel good, and I just love it. Next one would be Geekerella by Ashley Poston. This one is just plain adorable. It is just plain adorable, and it's a Cinderella retelling where there's fandom and there's just obsessiveness, and it's just amazing. So can't go wrong with that at all. Next feel-good book would be Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This one is also just, it just hits your heart. It just hits your heart and makes you just feel the feels. It's just like eating all the chocolates and all the ice cream and all the candies and all the pizza. Next one would be I've Got Your Number by Sophie Kinsella. This one is just one of the cutest ones that I've read of hers. Like, it's just adorable. There's just a scene where they're texting back and forth, and it just makes my heart flutter, and just makes me just so cute, and it just makes me feel so good. So yeah. Now I know a lot of these have like kind of a romance in it, and this is the Anti Valentines Day book tag, but it's like all Valentines is just like chocolate and stuff, and that just makes you feel so good. And sometimes, you know, you just need to read these books, and it just makes you feel good. So that's what. But going forward, next one would be Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. Now again, this one is just plain adorable and plain fun, and again LGBTQ, because why not? And it's just perfect, and I just love this one. They go on a wonderful journey, and it's just fun. It's just wonderful. Next one would be The Upside of Unacquainted by Becky Albertalli, because this one is also just plain adorable and just plain perfect, and I just absolutely love this one. And you know what? If I'm feeling down, just like Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, if I'm feeling down and I'm sitting on my bed with chocolate and ice cream and candies and pizza, and I want to read a book, and I want to read one that would just lift my heart, I might just go to this one. I might just go to any of these ones. I might just end up reading all of them. The next one would be To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. Just the whole series. The whole series is just plain adorable, and the love interest is just, it's just perfect, and I just love it, and it's real, and they go through so much, and it's just adorable series, and I just love this one. So I just had to mention it, and again, it just makes me feel the feels. So much feels. And the last one is a classic, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because you know what? This is just the epitome of kind of like a romance where independent woman, come on, independent woman, and it's just plain just perfect, and I just love this one, and it just makes me feel so good. Number 8 is pretty much just invite people to your anti-Valentine bash, so tag people. Now I'm gonna leave the people I tagged down below, because I actually have a lot of people that I have set to be tagged for this, so I don't feel like going through all of that, so I'm just gonna leave it, and you guys can read it down below in the description box. So yeah, that is it for this tag. I had fun making this tag, and I just love being able to talk to you about all these books. And I know the last question wasn't necessarily anti-Valentine, but you know what? Some people celebrate Anti-Valentine's Day by just making themselves feel good and eating chocolate and eating candy and eating all the pizza and maybe even just binging a bunch of rom-coms. So those are like the rom-coms that people watch when they're eating candy. So yeah, but that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys are doing for your anti-Valentine's Day, or even if you're doing Valentine's Day, go you. Do something on Valentine's Day, because I'm not. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Check my other social media accounts, my Facebook, Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram. I make a video every Thursday, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!